Hi, students. It's me, Miss Miles. Thanks for stopping by the Miles Ahead classroom. We are going to read Chapter 3. Mark Goes to the Bank, from ULS Unit 28. I Can Earn Money. Let's get started. Mark works hard at his job. He gets to work on time. Mark bags groceries. He carries them to cars. Mark talks to customers. He remembers to smile. After 2 weeks, Mark earns his first paycheck. The grocery store gives Mark a check for $100. A check is another way to pay someone instead of using cash. What is a check? A check is another way to pay someone instead of using cash. Mark is happy with his first check. What will he do with the money he earned? Will he spend it? Will he save it? Mark decides to bring his check to the bank. Mark wants to keep his money in a safe place. A bank is a business that helps people keep their money safe. What can Mark do with the money he earned? Mark can spend or save the money he earned from his job. Why should Mark keep his money in the bank? Mark should keep his money in the bank because a bank is a safe place to keep one's money. Mark and his mother go to the bank. The bank teller explains that Mark can do different things with his money. Mark can give his check to the bank to get cash right away. People call this cashing a check. Mark can sign his name on the back of the check. Then, he can get cash to spend. What would happen if Mark cashed his check from the grocery store? If Mark cashed his check from his grocery store job, he would have cash right away. Mark can also put his money into a checking account. The bank will keep his money safe. Mark can spend the money in the checking account. He can buy things he wants, such as magazines or snacks. The bank will help him keep track of the money he spends. What is a checking account? A checking account is a place at the bank where your money is kept safe, and you can use it to spend money and buy things, while the bank keeps track of what you spend. Mark will get checks. He can pay for things with a check. He can fill out the check and give it to the store to pay for his items. Mark will also get a debit card. He can put his debit card into a machine to pay for what he buys. Then, the bank sends the store money from Mark's checking account. How can a debit card make it easier to buy things? A debit card makes it easier to buy things because Mark does not have to fill out a check. He can quickly put the card into a machine. The payment happens right away. The bank automatically sends the money. So, a debit card is easier because it is faster and simpler than writing a check. Mark can put his money into a savings account. People save money to buy big things like houses and cars. They save money for emergencies. The bank pays people to keep their money in a savings account. This is called interest. Mark likes that he can earn more money by having a savings account. Why do people put money into savings accounts? People put money into savings accounts because they want to save for big things like houses and cars. They need money for emergencies. The bank gives them extra money, interest, for saving. So, people use savings accounts to save money safely and earn more money over time. What is interest? Interest is extra money the bank pays people for keeping their money in a savings account. Therefore, interest means you can earn more money just by saving your money in the bank,
I want to put some of my money in a checking account.
says Mark.
If I want or need something, I can pay for it with a check or debit card. I also want to put money in a savings account. Then, I can save money for my video game system.
Mark's mother and the bank teller help him open the accounts. What will Mark do with the money he earns? Mark will put his money in a checking account and a savings account. He will use the checking account to pay for things with a check or debit card. He will use the savings account to save for a video game system. So Mark will use some money to spend and some money to save for something he wants. Mark signs the back of his check. He fills out deposit slips to tell the bank where to put his money. Some money will go into a checking account. Some money will go into a savings account. Mark is glad he can keep his money safe at the bank. Now he can spend and save the money he earned. What does Mark do to the money he earned into the bank? Mark deposits his money into the bank. He signs the back of his check. He fills out a deposit slip. He puts some money in a checking account. He puts some money in a savings account. Therefore, Mark puts his money safely into the bank to save and spend later. Thanks for stopping by the Miles Ahead classroom today, students. And remember, because you stopped by, you are already miles ahead. See you next time, students. Bye.